Hi everybody, this is Stephanie with Lady Prepared. Welcome back. We are at it again today. I am so excited because we will be making a new set of meal prepping jars that we can just grab and go with lunch. So if you saw the last video, we used chicken to meal prep these jars, but this time we're going to be using salmon and quinoa. Oh yes, salmon and quinoa. And to pair it perfectly with the dressing to go in these jars, I found citrus habanero extra virgin olive oil. So our dressing will be made out of this, which will give it a really nice kick. I'm really super excited to do this, and I cannot wait to see what the end product's gonna look like. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna prep our tri-colored quinoa. This is an organic quinoa that I feel pretty comfortable with using. I looked at the back ingredients and it's all legit. It's organic white quinoa, organic red quinoa, and organic black quinoa. This is going to be done. I found that quinoa acts just the same in the rice cooker as rice does, so we're going to get it all cooked up. We're starting it first so it has a chance to just maximize the full cook while we're getting everything else for the jars ready. So we added 1.5 cups of quinoa, and now we're adding 3 cups of water. Let's add that lid, and then all we do is we hit the cook. It switches over to keeping warm, and we're good to go. We're going to put it aside and get going on the salmon next. Okay friends, so I have an extra large skillet that I like to use with this because it just makes an overall better cook with it. But first I'm going to take some of that delicious citrus habanero, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on the bottom of the pan. That will diffuse some of the flavor directly into our salmon. Next, I'm going to use a nice piece of salmon here. How I take the skin off rather than losing it by cutting into it, I put it down to cook, and then it comes off super easy. As it's cooking, we're going to go ahead and add some of our seasoning. First, I'm going to add some Old Bays to it. And I'm pretty generous with this because I want to make sure that that seasoning is good to go. I also add a sprinkle of soul food seasoning on here. And then we're going to let that bottom cook up, and then I'm going to show you how I take off the bottom of the skin with losing very little of that salmon. Okay friends, I'm going to give our salmon a flip. So we have access to the bottom. You can see it's nice and brown. And I'm just going to take the edge of my spatula and start working it in. Then, very easily, it starts to pull away. And if you can see it, hardly any waste is on there. So we're just going to continue taking the edge of this and just peeling it right off until it's all gone. Okay, you can see the skin is off of that, so we're just going to go ahead and take some of our seasonings and get the other side with both that Old Bays and the soul food seasoning. Then I'm going to add a little bit of water. Okay friends, it's time for us to go ahead and make that dressing. We put the dressing in first, so that way it's the bottom layer of the salad, so when we empty it out, it ends up at the top. So that's why we're going to put it at the bottom first. We are going to start with our citrus habanero. We're going to add about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. And if you don't have citrus habanero extra virgin olive oil, regular works just great. Now I'm going to take our homemade apple cider vinegar, 1 and 2 tablespoons of that. Then I'm going to go ahead and add on some of our lemon juice, 1 and 2. And then you see these fresh herbs that are over here. I'm going to go ahead and take about a tablespoon of those, and I'm going to throw it in there. Make sure we get all of that goodness out. I'm going to mix it up. You can see how lovely that looks. And now that our quinoa is done, we get to do the fun part, which is assemble the rest of our jars. So again, we already have our dressing at the bottom. So now we're going to take our vegetable mix. We're going to do 1/2 cup of veggies in there. Oh, let's say 3/4. I think we need to have about 3/4 in there. Okay, so we have our 3/4 veggies. Then we're going to go ahead and take about 1/2 cup of our quinoa. Put that in there. Let's kind of mix it around down there. And you know what? I think we're going to do a 3/4 cup because we do like quinoa quite a bit. Okay, and now we're going to take some of our black olives. We're going to put 2 tablespoons in there. And next, we're going to pull our lettuce over. We're going to put a good amount right on in there. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and add our salmon. So I'm going to get some of our cooked salmon and start adding these beautiful chunks in there. And since this is for lunch, I want to make sure that I add enough so we will be full. Oops. Okay. And lastly, guess who's making an appearance? It's feta. We're going to add some of that right on there. Look at that amazing meal in a jar. Holy smokes. We're going to put our jar top on there, and this is ready to go. It's that easy. So friends, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the other 3, and then we're going to take a look at what it looks like when it's put in a bowl, and we'll be right back. Hi friends, we got 4 jars that look just like this. Holy smokes, look how good that looks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. But of course, I left a little bit to give a taste test so you can see what it looks like when it ends up in your bowl. Look at that. And now I'm gonna give it just a little taste test because all this work has made me a little hungry. So let's go ahead and try this. This is so good. And I have to tell you, the dressing is light, tangy. I don't really taste any heat to it at all, but the flavors come together really, really, really good. So this is definitely just a home run. This is so delicious. I hope that this has inspired you to maybe do some meal prepping so you too can have your life be a little bit easier. And of course, I made these for lunches, but you can eat them whenever you want to. As a matter of fact, Chris came in and saw it, and he was trying to get me to have them for dinner. I said no. So he'll enjoy spaghetti later tonight. But with these, we're gonna save these for Monday for when we go back to work. Thank you so much to all of you who have taken the time to subscribe to the channel or liked some of my shorts, some of my videos. That really means a lot. It's really hard to start a new YouTube channel. And for those of you who have joined our community, I just really appreciate you. And I wish you the very best until our next video. I have a lot of shorts that are coming out this week, so be on the lookout for that. And otherwise, God bless and take good care of yourselves. Talk to you soon. Bye.